What's happening there, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Now today, just a quick update and then we'll get on to what we're going to get onto. So, since my last video of doing the rear subframe, I managed to get some time off work. I've done my clutch. Now that was a fun bastard because I didn't know my drive. Here's the photos, you can see them now. I found out why it was slipping, and it was the press plate was covered in oil, the clutch itself was covered in oil, the flywheel lathered in oil, and it turned out the rear main seal on the transmission side, gearbox side, had gone, and I'll show you the photos. It was fucking horrendous. What someone had done previously is they've tried to take the seal out, couldn't get it out, so they've just left it in, and it was just a nightmare because it's been leaking gearbox oil, and I knew the seals were like prone to go in, but not prone to a knobhead or a donut trying to do it, can't doing it, and just fucking leaving it. So yeah, I had a bit of fun with that one, and that's all been done, right? But the subframe still ain't on. I haven't got round to that, but it is all sprayed. It's all ready to go. I just need to get some time. But today we're going to be looking at these monstrous old fucking brakes. Now these are from an ST170 Mondeo. Now the question is, are the Mondeo brakes better than the 170 brakes? That's the question for today. So we're going to find out. I can tell you the short answer. I can tell you the not so short answer. But we're going to go for the not so short answer first, and we're going to put them on. We're going to test them, and we're going to see how they compare. I've been driving my ST170 for nigh on almost 2 years now, and my friend had an ST170. I've drove that. I know exactly how the brakes should feel. So yeah, we'll see if we get a bit more braking, but we'll soon find out. And if you're going to do this upgrade, it's entirely your choice. It's all subjective. If you want to do it, you do it. The only reason I'm doing it is because I've heard good things and I've heard bad things. Not necessarily bad, but it's one of them. We're going to go through it. We're going to look at if they do work, if they work better, if they're more efficient, if they're worth it in the long run, because of obviously the discs you keep the same, but the pads and the choice of pads that you get, we'll go through it. So yeah, I'm going to put these on. Now I picked these up yesterday from Sam, from the 170 owners. He's had them refurbed, fully refurbed and sprayed in Maggie Grey, the best colour obviously. So yeah, we're going to put these on and have some fun, and I'll give you my thoughts on the braking of them. But yeah, let's go. We'll get the car up, and how we're going to do it. Fast forward, not fast forward, no. We'll wing it. We'll wing it. We'll see how we get on. So yeah, let's go put these on, and I'll give you my thoughts, and we'll do a bit of a road test as well. So yeah, let's go. Woo! Another one to do. These are my old brakes. I think they're absolutely shagged, to be quite honest. And so's my CV boot. Woohoo! comparison, the calipers are about the same size. But we'll take it off and we'll have a closer look. As you can see, mine are pretty bad. Just angle you up a bit. Oh, hang about. They're pretty bad. Now when I bought these, they were 45 quid, and he gave me a set of pads with them and a set of discs, but the discs he'd give me, although the discs he gave me were unused, he'd had them painted and they'd been sat a while, and they've got a bit of surface rust on them, so I'm going to try and clean them up and all. I've got some brake and clutch cleaner, we'll see how well they do. Yeah. Still a winner. See, mine got to that point where it was either I was going to get these ones refurbed or try and find a set of Brembos. Now Brembos are really hard to come by. I know the Fiat ones, if you wanted Brembos, the Fiat ones, oh bollocks. The Fiat ones are the same, although they do take a little bit of modification. Just so you're aware, this is just brake cleaner. I'd always recommend, if you're going to do your brakes and you're going to swap the calipers out, don't use mild grips on the brake lines. Well, to remove the calipers, you need a H7. Get that in focus there. You need a H7 Allen key. You can get the big, long, stupid Allen keys, but I cannot stand them. It just take ages to use them. Whereas a set of these, fantastic. that, if you can see it, is grease from the CV boot. So obviously my CV boot's gone. Fun, always fun. Alright, what you need is a 15mm to get the back off. Now remember, I don't put them back on with the impact gun, because that is just stupid. I must admit, it's very stupid to put them back on with a gun, because you'll only cross thread them and you'll fuck them or you'll snap them. So just don't do it. Yeah, there's the carrier from the ST170 brakes. Alright, let me just pinch this brake line. Slide pins. I always recommend plenty of lubrication. And you don't have to go daft with it, but you're going to need something. You will get some dripping. Remember to always twist the caliper, not the line. Alright, so there's my old caliper. Disgusting as it is. Where is it? There it is. It's absolutely filthy, covered in shit. But it is what it is. A lot of people rate the brakes on the ST170, but I think it's just because the brakes were made for the 170. There's the hole in my CV, my CV boot. Fuck, it's caught that. Right, I'm gonna have to replace that, but not now, because obviously I've not got a replacement CV boot, and my bottom arm needs replacing as well. But I've got two of them, which you did see in the last video. So make sure you get no shit in that brake line. It's got shit on it, so I'm gonna use some brake cleaner. Let's see how close I'm moving here. So it has got some shit on it. So I'm going to get some brake cleaner on that and clean that line up. But it has been pinched off. It's been pinched off. So we'll get the new caliper and carrier on, and we'll have some fun with that. Oh, I just don't know what to do with these discs. My discs are quite shot. Oh yeah, fine. But the discs these give me are just, they just need a clean. Discs are, I mean, they're not bad, they've just got a lot of surface rust on them. I'll see how they go. I mean, like I said, they're not the cleanest, and he did tell me, well, he's threw them in with it and he's like, they are new, in the meantime. Well, they got some surface rust on them, but that'll soon come off. As soon as you start using them, you'll be alright. I always do this, I always get my shit out and then I always end up leaning over shit. Yeah, they're not the best, but that will all come off. Let's wipe this side down. So you always use brake cleaner. Never use WD-40 in your brakes. I have had a lot of people say to me, oh, can you use WD-40? Well, the best one is carburetor cleaner. Can you use carb cleaner on your brakes? No. There's oils in it that you just do not want anywhere near your brakes. We'll see how we get on with these. Here's the calipers side by side. As you can see, the Mondeo one has been refurbed. Plus, if you look inside, if you can, piston on that one. Try and focus right here. There's the piston for that one. And there's obviously piston for that one, which obviously is a lot bigger. So yeah, we'll clean these up, get all the brake dust off them, whatever the fuck's on them, dust and shit. So I'll clean these up and then we'll throw them in, and then I'll do the other side really quick. You don't need to see that because obviously I'm doing one side, and then we'll brake test it, see if they're any better.
Chris?
That'll be right there.
Okay, do you want a cup of tea or anything?
No, thank you.
Right, so there's one side done. As you can see, the discs aren't in the best condition, but it's only surface rust. You can see the shine coming through it. Those calipers are a lot better looking than these. Go from that to that. Oh, beautiful. From that to that. Oh yeah, once the old disc is sorted out, should be shit off. But it's weather. They've got better stopping ability than the ST170. So next time you're going to see me, it'll be in the car. We're going to test them out, see what the braking performance is like, see whether it's worth you doing this upgrade as well. So yeah, I'm going to crack on with the other side, and the next time you see me will be in the car. About now. Right. So the Mondeo calipers are in. Then the other side, bled it all up. Fucking pulling out. Go back some. Don't be confused. When people start selling these calipers, they'll tell you the ST221s are the ones you need. Now the ones I got are off an ST220, but across the Mark III range they are all the same caliper. After you then. Fucking hell, everyone just run out on me day. And my discs were shot. Absolutely shagged. And that's probably me running this car too hard. But the question has always been on the group, is it worth doing this modification? I'm going to brighten you up here. Which way am I going? Oh, wait. That's better. Is it worth doing this modification? Now, the quick answer is yes and no. A lot of people say you can get a lot of good braking from standard ST170 brakes if you throw good pads and discs at it. Whereas the other lot would say it's got a bigger piston, the pads from the Mondeo have got a wider surface area, so you get better braking. Now, although you can upgrade the pads, you can't upgrade the discs to an ST220 disc. That's why the ST220s upgrade their calipers to ST225. 5-stud pattern, you can just get a lot more range of disc from the 225 than you can from the Mondeo. Now this comes back to the ST170, is why the ST170 pads and calipers, you can get a lot more range from the 170s. But what I've noticed is that's quite the opposite. Now I went on to Euro car parks and GSF, and on the ST170 the pad you can get is about 3 different types. Budget, Icha or Padged, and Brembo, and that's it. Whereas if you go on and you go for Mondeo, you can go Padged, Icha, Brembo, Mintex. What else was there? Something else. I'll put the list up. I'll screenshot it. I'll put the list up. Anyway, this is going to be my opinion on whether you should do this mod. And as a warning, if you don't know how to bleed brakes, please don't try and bleed brakes. I know it's easy to go on YouTube and search how to bleed brakes, but if you're having to YouTube how to bleed brakes, you might cock it up, and I don't want you to cock it up. So this is just a warning. If you don't know what you're doing, don't do it. These brakes are a bit spongy at the minute, but the pads and discs I got, I know you're going to be shouting at me, I know you're going to be putting comments or saying them discs are fucked. I've checked the discs, they're not at all fucked. They've just got surface rust on them, and the pads have got shitloads of life in them. The pads and discs were bought, and Sam, who I got the calipers off, he bought them, and he was going to throw them on his ST170, but he never got round to it. And there's such and since sold his ST170, but kept the calipers. So I had the calipers, threw the discs and the pads in, all for 45 quid. I think it's really nice of him. So yeah, it's one of them. It's absolutely one of them. Can't complain. 45 quid, disc, pads and a set of freshly refurbished calipers. And do you know what? Since driving, I was having this horrible noise and I couldn't get rid of it. And since driving down here, I've not heard it once. And I thought it was my wheel bearing. It was probably my brakes. But the brakes just look cool as well. I mean, the 170 ones ain't bad. I'm not saying they're shit brakes. I mean, Ford designed them specifically for the ST170. But what would you do? Would you keep the 170 calipers? Would you upgrade to 220 calipers? I like the 170 calipers, but the look and the pad selection you get from the 220s, I'm more than happy to say I've swapped to 220 calipers. I'm not going to slam my anchors on. But one, it's dangerous, so don't be doing it. But when you press the pedal, I mean, I've drove my ST170 for 2 years. I've done the pads, I've done the discs, I've ran Brembos eventually. When I bought the car, it was running some shit old discs. They were absolutely fucked, so I upgraded to Brembos. I know a lot of people run Mintex discs and MTEC brakes, but that's the beauty of these calipers, is you can run the standard ST170 discs. You can buy Mintex, they're grooved, dimpled, C-hook, fucking drilled, anything you want, you can run all of them still, but with a wider surface area. And these discs and pads are still quite rusty, but if I put the brake on, holy fuck, it puts me forward. They're a lot stronger than the 170 calipers, but obviously that's my opinion. A lot of people disagree, a lot of people would agree. Oh, we've got a Fiesta Marque. Well, son, I'll give you a go. Clutch is done. Oh, he's had to pull in. Yeah, so like I said, it's entirely your opinion whether you do it or not, but I really like them. And just driving from my house down to here, I can tell there's a lot more performance in the ST221. But you got to think as well, the amount of car that has to stop. Hey, my camera's fell down. There goes Dan. The amount of power, the amount of weight that these calipers have to stop. Why wouldn't they work on the 170? Why wouldn't they not be better for the 170? I think they are. And then again, it's entirely up to you. I'm not going to keep rambling on about it. But all I'm saying is I'm happy with this upgrade. I think you should do it. I think you'd be surprised once you've done it. And once these pads have bedded in and there's no rust on these discs. They're really good brakes. They're really sharp. Woo. Get some. Absolutely get some. Fantastic calipers. I don't see what the issue is. And besides, they came refurbished, they came in Maggie Grey, and they look pretty shit up on my car, to be honest. Yeah, I'll keep you with that one. So that's it for today. So yeah, update was clutch has been done. That was a fucking beauty of a job. Clutch is done, calipers are done. Still got to do the subframe. I'll sort the subframe out when I get a little bit more time. So yeah. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you think. obviously subjectively. Let me know what you think. I'll give you a quick glimpse of the calipers behind the wheel. My car needs a fucking good clean, so I'm going to do that this afternoon. And yeah, here's the brakes, and I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra.